There's no guitar in the world that is the so-called best, but if there were a perfect guitar, what would it be for you? Deciding what the best guitar is revolves mainly around your personal preference on acoustic, electric, tone, and the body style or shape of the guitar. Freethnick and Charles Alexander show this very well in their book, The Guitar. One of the first things you need to do as a beginner guitarist is figure out how to tune properly. If you have a clip-on tuner, a pedal board with a tuner, or one for your acoustic built in, then you have to hand tune the guitar. If you don't tune properly, you could break a string or even the guitar. It can be very dangerous at times. So to tune correctly, you need to turn the tuning pegs in the right direction. It is slightly different for each type of guitar. Anyway, for standard tuning, you would want to tune the thickest string to the note of an E. Going down, the rest of the strings are A, D, G, B, and E. You're probably wondering why you would tune the thickest and the thinnest string to the same note of an E. That is because the E on the thickest string is a lower level pitch than the thinnest string, which most guitarists call the high E string due to the high frequency of the string. How to Tune a Guitar, a Beginner's Guide, shows us very well in detail on their website, nationalguitaracademy.com. So now what if you want a guitar with a sharper tone? The Fender Stratocaster is very good for this. Many beginners buy this guitar to figure out exactly what they like, jazz, rock, so on. They have a wide variety of tones and can very easily mimic the tones and sounds of many other guitars. The body style plays a very big role in the way your guitar will sound. If there is less wood, it will give the sound less mass to vibrate through, therefore giving it a twangier sound. The article, A Brief History of the Fender Stratocaster Electric Guitar, states, "The rosewood board and outer body combination sound fine, but the maple board and ash body are thin, thus producing a brighter sound." This shows how the Stratocaster would be a great beginner guitar and how it has a bright, warm tone. Many guitarists played this guitar and loved it. Eric Clapton would be one of those guitarists. I would say that an acoustic is not the greatest for a beginner because it is very limited to one tone and it is a lot easier to make mistakes when playing. Deciding the best acoustic, though, has mainly to do with playability, so a guitar with a cutout would be best. The purpose of a cutout is to make it easier to get to the higher frets that would normally be impossible to get to on an acoustic with no cutout. Second of all, you would want some electronics. A lot of acoustics now have built-in tuners so that you can save yourself some time fiddling with clip-on tuners. Also, you want a pickup so that you can amplify the sound greater for studio practice and performing. This is very important, but if you're just looking to practice and fiddle around at home, then an acoustic would be great for you. The website History of the Guitar, Acoustic to Electric, Ancient to Modern states, even today, almost 2 centuries after its invention, the flat-top guitar continues to be the most popular form of the acoustic guitar. This article shows how the acoustic guitar has evolved and why it is great for a beginner guitarist, but also, of course, not the best. The Gibson Les Paul is also another great choice for a beginner guitar. It's right over there. It is very cheap, but it has a deeper, warmer sound, unlike the Fender Stratocaster. The Les Paul is a lot heavier than the Stratocaster, which may affect the versatility. There's also, on the other hand, a wider range of colors and design options. Like the Fender, the Les Paul has a very wide variety of sounds and tones. Many great rock and roll artists are known for using the Les Paul and loving it, like Slash, the guitarist from the band Guns N' Roses, and also Bob Marley, a singer-songwriter, played and loved the Les Paul. Thalia Capos shows us in their website article, Iconic Guitars, The History of the Gibson Les Paul. The last thing that you need to figure out is what types of pickups you want for your guitar. A pickup is what converts the sound from the strings to electronic waves, which then can be sent to an amplification device by cord or Bluetooth. There are several types of pickups. The two main ones are single coil and the humbucker, of course. The single coil has a row of pickups, as the humbucker has 2 rows of pickups. The humbucker gives your guitar a twangier sound and is better for single notes. A humbucker. The single coil has a straighter sound that is better for chords. Single coil. Many guitars have both, for instance, the Schecter here. Overall, the guitar is a very complex instrument that is very hard to master. Figuring out the best is up to you, though, and your taste in music. Making music is very hard, but once you find out what fits for you, then it's a breeze. That's why many musicians say the beginning is the hardest when playing an instrument. So there really is no guitar that is the so-called best, just your personal preference.